Okay, we are back, and it is lesson 6, unit 6, lesson 6, 6, 6. And this one has 2 pages as well, and we do not have to flip pages like lesson 3. I might redo lesson 3 because it was not very well done. I was not happy with my work. Let's put it that way. Okay, I'm going to use red because it's easier to see. All right. So we got plot the following points and label them on the coordinate plane. Okay. So we have, remember, this is our x and this is our y numbers, and x goes first. So bottom number first. So let's look at 0.03. So first, I'm looking at these, and each dash, each block is worth 0.01. So I want to place that there. So 0.01 is, or 0.1, sorry, is each block. So the first one is 0.03, or why do I keep saying that? 0.3. So we got 0.1, 0.2, and 0.3, 0.3. So that's what we want, and it's going to go up to 0.1, and that's the first spot, and that is going to be letter A right there. So I'm going to write A next to it. Okay, there's A. Why can't it be in like a round? I don't like that. I want it to be nice and see there, perfect dot. Look at that. Just gonna do that every time. All right, letter B says 0.3 and 0.7. So let's go. We're at the same x coordinate. The first one's the same, so let's go up 7. There's 5, 6, 7. So right here, and there you go. That's letter B. Okay, so let's do that. Letter B. All right, there we go. And letter C. This one is at 0.2. So this is not at the same x coordinate. So it's 0.2, and it goes up to 0.9. So let's go to the second one right there. And we're going to go up 9. So there's 5. There's 10. So let's look at 9. So 9 is going to be 1 less. And that is going to be your letter C. Okay, letter C. And the last one, D, is 0.4 and 0.9. So it's 0.4 is the next one right there. Go all the way up to 9 where the C was. Okay, the C, they have the same Y. And there you go. There's letter D. Okay, I have a feeling we're going to make 2 lines. And we're going to make 2 line segments. So here's the deal. A line segment only goes between the dots, and that's it. You do not go past the dots. So that's a line segment. So the line segment goes from C to D. That's it. And it goes from B to A. That's it. Those are called line segments. They don't go past those 2 points. So it says line segment blank is parallel to the x-axis and perpendicular to the y. So which one is parallel to x? So which one goes in the same direction as the x? Which one goes right to left? And if you said CD, you're right. It's parallel. And it's also perpendicular to line Y over on the other side. Okay, I'm going to erase that. All right, the next one says line segment blank is parallel to the Y. So we're looking for the line that goes parallel or up and down just like the Y, same direction. That would be AB. And I guess if you're really labeling this, you should put a little line over it so it looks like a line segment. Okay. Letter D, plot a point on segment AB that is not at the endpoints and name it U. Okay, I'm going to use a different color for this so that you can see it. I'm going to do blue. Let's pick a point, any point on AB. So I'm going to pick this one, and I'm going to do it because I know. Okay, so we have the same x coordinate, which was down here, and that was the same one that A had. So A is 0.3. So 0.3. And the y, let's see where y is. So the y, I did it on purpose because there's the y, is 0, 0.5. Okay. That's why, because I knew that was, it has the number right there. It's easy. All right, next one says letter E. Plot a point on line segment CD and name it V. So we're going to plot a point. Let's just go ahead and plot right down the middle. And I'm doing that for a reason too, because that dot is on the same X as letter A. So since I know that letter A starts with 0.3, that's where that dot is. And it's the same as C and D for Y. So it's the second number. So that's 0.9. I know that's the Y, which is over here coming in this side. And that is the same as D, and it's the same as C if you see that right there. Okay. All right. So that is number one, and we are going to erase everything. So say goodbye. Or pause it if you need to write something down. Okay. Let's go scrolling up. Hold on. Scrolling up. And here is number two. Let's see if there's another problem. There is a third problem. So we're going to go up to problem 3. So I just wanted to check that out. All right, here we go. It says, construct line F such that the y coordinate of every point is 3.5, and construct line G such that the x coordinate of every point is 4.5. Okay, so, it took me a second to read this, but I understand it now. So the y's, so they want you to construct two lines, and one of them has a y of every, so F has a 3.5, so 3.5 is right here. So if there's a line that was at 3.5, every point is 3.5 y, that's what it would look like. There you go. And that is line F. And then they want me to make a G line, and the G, sorry, that's F. And G, they want me to make it so that it has all X's that are 4.5. Okay, so we're looking at, let's see, 4.5 is there. There you go, 4.5 right there. And so I'll draw a line going straight up, and they cross over. And that is going to be line G. They want me to name that G. So that's where X is 4.5, okay? All right. So it says line F is blank units from the x-axis. So line F, how many units is line F from the x? So if we counted it, it is 3.5. It goes up to 3. And you just look at the y coordinate for that. So 3.5. Okay, 3.5, sorry. All right. Letter B says, give the coordinate of the point on line F that is a half unit from the y-axis. So this is 1/2 unit away from y. So y, remember, y is this line going up and down on the left. This is y. So we want 1/2. So it will be somewhere right here. So it's on F. So it's going to be 1/2, 1/2, comma, and the second one, it will be at 3.5 because that's how far up it is. Okay, 3.5, sorry. There you go, 1/2 and 3.5. There you go. And let me do it in a different color so you can see it. This is the point that we're talking about. It's at 1/2 unit away from the line, the y-axis. And I'm just going to kind of just erase all that. It's getting a little crowded in here. I'm going to make it nice and neat if I can, right? All right, there you go. That's the point. I'll make it right there. Next, letter C. We're on letter C now, right there. With a blue pencil, shade the portion of the grid that is less than 3.5 units from the x-axis. Okay. So I'm going to less than 3.5 units from the x-axis. So we're going to shade the part of the grid blue that is less than. So I'm going to shade this. How I'm going to do. I'm going to do shading like this. Okay, you know how I do it. All right. So shade it. shade it all. Okay, we're just going to shade all of it. So that's 3.5 units from X is less than 3.5 units. That's everything under the line. That's 3.5. Line G is blank units from Y. Well, line G is all the way over here. So let me show you. And it is, if you look down on the X, it's 4.5 away. So 4.5. So let's just write 4.5. Use the coordinates of the point on line G, that is 5 units from the X-axis. So 5 units up from on that line on letter G. So let's go 5 units up, and we're looking at a point. I'm going to do this in red, and it's going to be 5 units up, and there you go. That's your point right there. And it wants me to give you the coordinates. So it's going to be 4.5, and that's going to be the X at the bottom, and it's going to go up to 5. That's a Y. That's what they wanted. Okay. Last question says, with a red pen, what does this say? I don't know. I'm just going to get rid of some of this to clean it up. Okay. It says, with a red pencil, shade the portion of the grid that is more than 4.5 units from the Y-axis. More than 4.5 units from Y. Okay. So more than 4.5 units from Y. So 4.5 is right here. We want 4 more than. So shade the part of the grid. So I'm going to do this. So all that part. Okay. All right. And I'm not going to erase this yet because I want to see if they're going to ask me something else with this problem. Okay. And that, I guess that was it. So they just wanted me to shade in that portion. I think what they're going to do in a later lesson, which I'm pretty sure because I've seen it in lesson 7, 8, or 9, they're going to have us calculate the area of the shaded region that has both red and blue on it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and erase this. Okay. And we're going to move it down. We're on the last page. This is letter number 3. And it wants us to construct those things. I'm going to try to get it so I can see everything. It's going to be a little smaller. I'm so sorry. And okay, we got the whole thing. Wish there was a way to get rid of the top part. Okay. Number 3 says, construct a line M that is perpendicular to the x-axis. So it has to go the same direction as the x-axis and is 3.2 units from the y-axis. Construct a line M that is perpendicular to x. Okay, I see. Perpendicular to x, meaning it's parallel to the y. So remember, it goes in the same direction as y. Perpendicular means it's going to go upward. It's going to go up and down, and it's 3.2 units from y. Let's look at 3. And each of those blocks is worth 0.2, so we're just going to go ahead and mark it. This is that's it, and it's going to go up and down. Okay, it's going to be perpendicular. Look at that. I drew a great line that's not on the line. And that line is called M. It's line M. Okay. Now it says B. Construct a line that is 0.8 units from the x-axis. So remember, x is the bottom line, so it's going to have to be 0.8 away from x. Okay. So let's move it up, and so I'm guessing it's parallel to x as well. All right, here's 0.8, so I'm going to just do that. And there you go, and that's 0.8 up, and that's going to be line, it says letter A. Okay, that's called line A. That's ironically in letter B. So in B, they want you to construct A. Letter C, construct a line T that is parallel to M. Okay, and is halfway between line M and the x-axis. So, okay, so it's halfway between M right there and the y-axis. It's got to be halfway, and it's parallel. So it's going to go up and down. So it's at 3.2. So let's go down to 1. There's 1.5, 1.6. So it's going to be 1.6 is halfway. And that's because each of those is 0.2. So it's 1.2, 1.4, 1.6. You could divide 3.2 and a half. So if you did 3.2 and you divide it in half, so 2 goes in there once, subtract 2, and we get 1, and bring down the 2. And 2 times 6 is 12. And it's 0, and we have to bring the decimal straight up, and it's 1.6. So that was how I got it. Just wanted to go over that. And this is letter T. So letter T. All right, letter H. It says, now we're on letter D. Okay. And letter D says, construct a line H. So I'm on letter D. Construct a line H that is perpendicular to T and passes through the point 1.2 and 2.4. Whoa, okay. 1.2 and 2.4, and it is perpendicular to T. Okay. So let's find this point, 1.2 and 2.4. Okay. So here's 1 down at the bottom, and we need 0.2, which is the next one block, and we go there. Okay, so I'm right here at the bottom. If you see where I'm at, I'm going to use a different color just so you can see this here. So I'm right down here at the bottom, and then I'm going to go all up till I hit 2.4. So there's 2 and 0.2, 2.4. This is where we're at. So now it has to be a line that goes through this point, and it's perpendicular to T. So if it's perpendicular, it doesn't go in the same direction. It goes opposite direction. So it's going to go across like this. Okay, there you go. And that is point. That's letter H. So there you go. That's H. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 lines going on right now. Okay. Now it says using a blue pencil, shade the region that contains the points that are more than 1.6 units and less than 3 point units from the y-axis. Okay, so it's more than 1.6, which is line T, but it's less than 3.2, which is letter M. So between T and M is what they want me to do. So they're going to have me shade all this area in between here. So I'm going to shade that whole area between those two. Now it says using a red pen. So let's go to red. Let's make our pen red. Using a red pen, shade all the region that is more than 0.8 units. Okay, that's above line A. Anything above line A and less than 2.4 units from X. Okay, so this is what they want. They want to do this. And again, they're going to use this for another lesson. We're going to have to find the area of the shaded cross where you see both the blue and the red, the shaded area. Now it says, give the coordinates of a point that lies in the double shaded region. So we're going to pick any point in this region. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just really going to pick the simplest point I possibly can. I'm going to pick points that have whole numbers. So I'm going to go to 2, and I'm going to follow 2 up. Hold on. I'm going to follow 2 up until I hit 2. Look at that. 2, 2 right there. 2 and 2. That's the easiest point I could probably pick. So 2, 2. That is a point within that region. And 2 whole numbers. I don't have to deal with decimals if I don't want. I mean, you can pick any number you want. You can pick, I think the smallest one is 1.8, which is this X right there. And you can pick 1 as your Y. All right. Thanks for coming by this lesson. This was, again, on Unit 6, Lesson 6. Okay, and I'll see everybody later.